All right. Thank you guys. Hey, Toler Elementary. I'm really glad to be here with y'all. I am going to share my screen real quick because I have a presentation for y'all. So we are going to be talking video tutorial creation today. Again, my name is Brian. I'm a digital learning facilitator here in Garland. And just like y'all, I'm working from home and I'm figuring out all that new normal. I wanted to let y'all know that we do have some live office hours if you didn't know. So if you have any questions about anything digital learning related, even what we talk about today, every day from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning, and then from 2 to 3 in the afternoon, we're live at that link right there, or I don't know where that shows up on your screen, bit.ly/DLT live office hours. So we're just in a Google Meet like this, and we're able to talk to you guys. Any off live times, you can actually go to that Flipgrid link down there and leave us a private message, and we'll get back to you with some personalized help there. So, goals for this session, like Ms. Strickland said, we're going to talk about creating videos. Okay, so making a screencast. Then I'm also going to talk about some video interactivity that you can have with your students. And then lastly, we are going to do a Q&A. So I can answer any questions that you might have going forward with this presentation. So if you have a question, I am going to ask y'all to utilize the chat there, the Google Meet chat. So if you just leave that question in the window, when we get to the Q&A time, I'll go through it and answer the questions there. But if you know the answer, feel free to help out a colleague as well. So you guys, a lot of teachers out there sometimes think I can't do this, right? I don't know how to make videos. I'm not techie. Well, the tools that I'm going to share with you today, if you are in this Google Meet right now, you can do this, okay? And not to mention, I have a lot of resources to share, but we're here beyond this webinar. Our digital learning team is here to help y'all if you have any questions beyond this, but you guys can do it. The big thing I want to share is that this is not perfection, okay? This is not high cinema going to the Sundance Film Festival, okay? So don't be nervous. Your kids are going to just be excited to hear your voice and to connect with you via this way. So nothing you do is going to be bad, okay? So we're all here to do that and learn together. So the first tool we're going to talk about is Screencastify. Um, why did I choose Screencastify? Well, the answer for that is that it's the most simple screen recording solution that I've really seen out there. Um, it is just very user friendly on how to use it. So if you're not in Chrome right now, the Chrome browser, don't close out of the webinar right now, okay? But when you go to do this, you want to be in the Chrome browser because it is a Chrome extension in the Chrome browser. And just like you see in this picture here, it lives up in the corner of your browser and you just click it when you're ready to record your screen. You can embed your own webcam so the kids see your face or not. So that's how it works there. So just some of the features before I dive into a demo here. You can record up to 5 minutes of a screen recording for free. Honestly, most adults, definitely kids, are not going to really pay attention beyond, right, 5 minutes. But if you are needing longer than that, I do have some ideas for that as well. So also another feature is that you can annotate during a recording. And again, I'm going to model this stuff for you. Then if you are in third through fifth grade or using Google Classroom, you can share right to Google Classroom. So you'll create this video, you'll click share to Classroom, and it just goes straight there. Also, you can publish to YouTube. So if you'd like to make something that's more visible to parents that are not in your Google Classroom, you can send it straight to YouTube. Another great feature is all your videos are automatically archived to Google Drive, which is very handy. And then last but not least, you can trim your video. So if you're creating this video and there's some, you know, stuff at the beginning, stuff at the end of you just kind of rustling papers around to get ready, you can trim that off there. So installation is super easy. Screencastify works on a PC, a Mac, a Chromebook. And again, I'm going to model this. You're going to search for Screencastify in the Chrome Web Store. You're going to click Add to Chrome. Now, I want you to know if your browser is out of date, like it hasn't been updated, you could possibly not see Screencastify. But the easiest thing to do to fix that is to literally shut down your entire computer, restart it, and then relaunch the Chrome browser, and Chrome will update on its own. And if you're working furiously to write this down, don't worry about it. I'm going to share this presentation with Ms. Strickland, and so you don't need to like try to write down everything that I'm saying right now. All right, so let's dive into Screencastify. So first things first, I'm going to open a web browser, and I'm literally just going to Google Chrome Web Store. So when you Google Chrome Web Store, it's the very first hit that you come to, okay? And when you click on Chrome Web Store, you're going to open it up, and you're going to search for Screencastify. Now, mine says rate it because I've already installed it, okay? But yours is going to say add to Chrome. So you want to click add to Chrome, and then it's going to ask you to allow, and you want to allow it to access Chrome. Then this is it where I'm going to leave my cursor. It's a really tiny extension, but it will appear in your Chrome bar there, okay? And it'll be ready to go, okay? So that is how you would install it on your Chrome browser. Okay, so I'm just going to hop over. I made like a little student sample. So let's kind of model this. So I have a student here named Kirby, and he's done an author study on Lewis Sacker, one of my favorite authors. So that's what he did. If I want to provide some feedback here to Kirby, okay, on here. So here's how it works. I'm going to click on the Screencastify extension. It's going to open up for me. And I have options here, okay? I can record my entire desktop, and I'll be honest, 9 times out of 10, that's what I do. But you can just choose to record one browser tab. If you know that you're going to stick to that one tab the entire time, you can do that. But if you think, you know what, there's a chance that I might need to open another tab and model something else, go ahead and record your whole desktop. Another option is you could just record your webcam and just make like a personal message and record yourself. You want to definitely turn on your microphone. And the embedding a webcam, I'll show you what that does in a second, but it would embed your image of yourself, your video feed, in the bottom corner of the screen so your kids can see you as you're talking. But you can turn it off if you don't want that. I'm going to show some more options here. I like having a countdown because it counts down from 3. You have other options that can even count you down from 10 if you need 10 seconds to prep there. And then I want to turn on my drawing tools, okay? So then that's it. You're just going to click record. So I'm going to click record, and I'm going to pretend that I'm offering feedback here to Kirby. So you can see my camera pops up down on the bottom. I'm going to select my entire screen, and I'm going to click share. So then it tells me, hey, we're recording your screen. So I'm going to hide it. And then you can see my drawing tools popped up there, and I had a countdown. So, hey, Kirby, I love your thoughts. These are really, really good. I just want to provide you some feedback. So I'm going to turn my pen red here. I'd like you to take a look at some of these words here that might be misspelled and just make sure that you're spelling them correctly. I'm going to change it to green because Kirby, I'd like you to look at the formatting here of these few sentences here. Okay. All right, so that's all I'm going to say just for our video right now, but I'm leaving feedback for him there. So when I'm finished recording my feedback, I'm going to come back up here to the extension, and I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to stop the recording. And when I stop the recording, it instantly opens another tab here, okay? It immediately has this video of my my screencast here. So I can listen to it by tapping to unmute, but the first thing I always do is I want to title it here, okay? So I'm going to call it Kirby's author response, okay? So if I wanted to trim out some of the beginning of my video, I click on the scissors and then I just kind of drag it to where I want to trim, okay? And then I would save the trim. Same thing on the end, okay? I can trim where I want the clip to end there, okay? So at this point, I'm just going to say it's good to go, okay? So I want to talk about what you can do or how you can share this video. Okay, if you absolutely don't like it anymore, just click the trash can there and you can delete it. In Google Drive, it automatically saves to your Google Drive. Okay, I'm just going to click over here on my Google Drive real quick to show you that there is a folder called Screencastify and it creates it automatically. So when you go into that folder, you're going to see all the recordings that you've ever made there. All right. So another option is you can just share directly to Google Classroom. Okay, so obviously this video is tailored to one student, but if you had just made a general video for the whole class, you can just share it straight to Classroom by choosing which classroom you want it to go to there. Then you can publish it to YouTube as well. But for this purposes, I want to show you this option to copy the shareable link. Okay, so I'm going to click on copy shareable link, and it tells me that it's copied there. So I'm going to go back to Kirby's paper, and I'm going to select that title, and then I'm going to click on this insert link option. I'm going to paste the link to my screencast. So now I've hyperlinked that, and then I'm going to tell Kirby, hey, click right there and go watch the feedback that I gave you. So when you turn it back to the student, let's say it's in Classroom or Seesaw, whatever it is that you're doing, just the student will just have to click on it and launch the video to see the video recording that you made for them. And sorry, my internet's kind of lagging there, but it looks like it's about to pull up there. Yeah, here we go. So in just a second, it'll load there, but it's still kind of processing and things like that. Anyway, so the student would watch that there, and I can close out his option there. So let me hop back over here to see real quick, go to our meet here. So how's everyone doing? I'm looking in the chat here just to see before we go to Flipgrid. I know I'm talking a lot, so I want to go through real quick. Yes, I understand, Katrina. The internet has been, yes, on it. Everyone's on it. Can it be trashed if it's saved to Drive? Yes. So Pamela, if you go back into Drive, that folder, you can trash it there. Yes, it's just like a Google Meet folder. Good deal. You need a click sheet. Well, guess what? I'm recording the session, so I'll be happy to send it out back to you as well. Okay, cool. So I know that was really fast. I'm going to hop back over to the presentation and talk about our next option. So that was our first option for recording your screen, okay, and sharing it out to the students, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is Flipgrid. This is an amazing tool, and this is a bold statement, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is my favorite ed tech tool of the last 2 years. It is incredible, okay? So it's all about creating interactivity. It's a free video discussion board. Um, I can't see your reactions right now because I'm looking at my presentation, but hopefully I'm getting some thumbs up of teachers out there that are using it. It is completely COPA compliant. And what I mean by that, it abides by the law that protects students and their online privacy. So it's owned by Microsoft and they give it out free to teachers, okay? Um, in Flipgrid, teachers post discussion prompts as a video, and students respond. Okay, in video, you can make it private or you can make it open to the whole class. The great news about it is Flipgrid is only for education. meaning no one else can join the Flipgrid. No one else can post anything if they don't have an educational email address. So like garlandisd.net, right? So it's really protected and free. So the features are you can use it on the web, so PC, Mac, Chromebook. There's an iOS app and an Android app. Okay. I did include a link here. Again, I'm going to share this presentation with you, so don't feel like you have to write it down. But on that link right there, there is a parental consent form that Flipgrid has created that you can send to parents just to let them know that you're using it and making sure that it's okay for the kids to use there. All right. So again, I'm going to model this just like I did for Screencastify, but I want to talk about what a grid is, a flip grid. So a grid, I like to think of as the classroom, okay? And then the topics are like the assignments. So your grid might be math, okay? Well, then your topic would be, do you understand 2D and 3D shapes? Okay, if that makes sense. So I want to talk about student logins real quick. Students can log in with their Google account, okay, or you can create a list of IDs for the students. I would highly recommend you make it a number they already know, like their lunch number. Now, it's easier for you as a teacher to have them use their Google account, okay? Because you don't need to create all those lists. However, I do want to say that the IDs might be easier for your younger students who maybe are not used to typing in that Google address, but you'll know your kids and what the best way to do that is. So then again, add a topic. So topics are what your students will respond to. Okay, so think an assignment. So within your topic, you can include anything you'd like your students to review prior to responding. Maybe that you want them to watch a video, you want them to read an article. And then in just a second, I'm going to show you some conversation starters. You can really get your kids talking and kind of check in with them. I know our last presenter, Ms. E, was talking about social and emotional well-being. This would be a wonderful way to check in with your students and see how they're doing. Lastly, once you set up your grid and you set up the topic, you want to share your grid's flip code with your students. So think that code that your students join Google Classroom or join Seesaw. There's a code there. You can also copy and paste the link in Google Classroom or in Seesaw, so they just have to tap on it. Okay. If you have younger learners, consider sharing the code or the link with parents via Google Voice, email, or text. All right, so let's jump into Flipgrid. I am going to make this fast. I know I'm getting cut short on time here. I apologize. But I'm going to go over to flipgrid.com and you click on Educator Login, and you're just going to sign in with your Google account, which I'm already signed in as. Okay, so you'll notice that right now I have 10 grids going on here. So you can think like 10 classrooms. Okay. So I want to talk to you about what you can do. So I'm going to click add a new grid and I'm going to name it. So I might call it Mr. Dean's ELAR grid. So this is what I was talking about here with the school email. You have to choose, okay? Do you want students to join with a school email or do you want to create a student ID list, okay? That's just up to you. I'm going to leave it on school email right now. Okay, this is the flip code. It makes it nice and easy, Dean, and then it adds some numbers to the end there. We're going to say next. Now, this is important. If you're doing the school email, you need to make sure that at garlandisd.net is allowed. You also need to add at students.garlandisd.net because that's what the student addresses are, if that makes sense. So ours are at Garland ISD, theirs are at students.garlandisd. And then you're going to click next. Then it tells you that your grid is ready. So you can immediately copy that link or you can send it to Classroom, okay, anything like that, text it out to your parents, whatever you need to do there. So you're going to go to your grid. So here is my Mr. Dean's ELAR grid. all automatically, Flipgrid makes a topic for you. So it's asking people to say hello, okay? So you can leave that one, okay? But we're gonna add a new topic real quick. And we're gonna call it, how are you doing? Okay? You can give the kids up to 10 minutes to talk. Okay, hopefully you're laughing right now. Can you imagine listening to all of your students talk for 10 solid minutes? You know what? You might want to do that if they have something they need to get off their chest, but you can give them 15 seconds up to 10 minutes. I'm just going to leave it on a minute 30 right now. Okay, and then you can give them a prompt. Please tell me how you are doing. Okay, so then you can record a video to them. Okay, right here, and you click on record a video. Okay, you can just straight up start talking. Okay, you can add text in to be funny. Okay, you can say like, "Hey kids." Okay, then you can move it um, kind of around wherever you want it to go. Or actually, no, you can't. Oh yeah, you can. There you go. You can do in like little stickers. Y'all, sorry, my internet is crawling today. So I can give myself glasses. You can have fun with it a lot. There we go. Okay, line it up there. And then you hit record. Hey guys, I want to know how you're doing. Mr. Dean is doing great. I'm healthy. My family's healthy, but I want to hear how you're doing. Okay, then you click stop. Okay. You say you can redo it if you need to. You say next. Gives you a nice preview there. Okay. And then you can go next and it will snap a selfie. And then you say next. Lots of next buttons there. And then it tells you that it's preparing and it's ready. All right. So now my video is there. And so it's telling them, hey, I want to know how you're doing. So then I create the topic. All right, so I now get a link to that topic. So it might be easier for your students. Remember, we got a link to the whole grid. It might just be easier to share this link straight to the topic for the students. Okay, so just think about that. So then the students are going to watch this when they come to this topic. They're going to watch my video. And then the students can record a response, okay, just like you did, and they can post it there. And remember, it's completely private to you and your students there. So let's see if there's anything I'm forgetting on the presentation. Oh, this is a brand new feature, y'all. You can now record your screen in Flipgrid. So remember what we did with Screencastify? You can now also do that in Flipgrid. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's say that you wanted to add a quick tutorial to a student. So you click on record a response on your grid. You're going to click these three dots here and you're going to click on screen recording. So then right now it's capturing my screen. So I click start screen recording. Okay, I can again choose to do my whole screen or an application, window, or just a tab and say share. Get a nice little picture down at the bottom, and I'm now recording my screen. So I could then hop over to a presentation, talking to my students about, and just clarify something, okay, and then come back and say stop recording. So then if I need to, I can click add more, and I can add another part to the video. Hey guys, I hope that screencast helped you out. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. So when I click next, you're going to see that I now have two clips, right, on the timeline. If I wanted to, I could actually drag them and reorder them. Doesn't really make sense right now to do that, but I could drag and reorder them that way. Say next. It always grabs a selfie of you. Say next. And then it's going to post to my grid. display name, give it a title, or just submit it there. So then my students could see there a quick demonstration of how to do something on Flipgrid there. So I want to put these steps up for screen recording real quick. And again, I'm going to share this presentation, I promise, with Mr. Strickland so you guys can have it. So remember, select the green plus button to open the Flipgrid camera. Select that additional settings button and start your screen recording there. I do want to let you know that it's only available on the latest version of Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome. So you definitely need to be, I would suggest using Chrome and not, Firefox or Safari um, or any other browser. All right, so I'm going to open it up to some Q&A, y'all. I know I talked really fast a lot, but I want to take your questions if you have any. I'm going to stop presenting real quick. All right. Sure. Yeah, oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, elementary students, even though they have an email address, right, in Skyward, which is used to log into Google, the email function doesn't work because they're under 13. So what if you're trying to email them to that, they're not going to get the email. Now they can use it to log into Google, okay, but the email doesn't work. So cool, yes, checking fluency is a great idea. Is that what we have on the Chromebooks at school? Um, I'm not sure, Michelle, if that's what you mean by that. Um, but Chrome, yes. If you're using a Chromebook, it has Chrome on there. Can you set it so that only the teacher sees the videos? You absolutely can. So let me show you. Here I am on my topic there. I'm going to edit it. When I scroll down, do you see video moderation? If I turn that on, only the teacher can see the video. And then if I update the topic, students will not see each other's video. That is a great question. Great question. Let's see. All right. Looking for any other questions here. Chelsea is my teammate. Chelsea, thank you for answering some of these questions. That is a huge help. I see a lot of questions on the email there. Yes, Flipgrid is very straightforward and very easy to use. Oh, good. Thank you, Ms. Strickland. I'm so glad you guys liked it. Okay, y'all. So that's my presentation on Screencastify and Flipgrid. And Ms. Strickland, if you have any questions or anything else, I'll turn it over to you. But hope that was helpful to y'all. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, don't forget digital learning at garlandisd.net is our email address. So, all right. Back to you, Ms. Strickland. Thank you. Mhm.